This episode is sponsored by iTunes. Go to www.cheapseatreviews.com. Click on the iTunes button, purchase anything you want, and a small portion will go to this podcast.
Chauffeurs for degenerates. Don't you ever get tired of babysitting scum?
Yeah. But in your case, make an exception.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, a podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 111, and today we're talking about Eraser. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew CGI Alligator Jemison.
Hello, cutie pie.
Okay. You're welcome. Corny would die too if James Caan kissed me like that, Logan.
Vivica Fox. Oh my. Well, actually, it's the wrong person.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams.
Wait, that's my job. My job is the one to get them all messed up.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks for me, so I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, that's fine. Welcome back, buddy.
Yes.
You were sorely missed last week, and to the point that we essentially got yelled at in an email. So, I blame you, Corny. So,
Of course.
if you would have been here to correct us in our errorous ways of Marvel, we would not have said the things that we said about the Punisher.
Oh, wait.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, there were several times last week where I was wishing Corny was with us to clear things up.
Yeah. And
Like the Russian was actually pretty spot on.
Yeah.
They actually took the storyline out of an actual storyline, which is one of the few comic books that actually stick as close to the storyline as possible.
Nice.
Things like that. Is that what you missed?
Something like that, yeah. And the
Pretty much.
And the stupid neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Them
Is that how the comic
Dumbo
book?
or-
Yeah, they're straight
Oh, yeah.
out of the comics.
Harpo, Nemo,
Yeah.
Groucho.
Groucho.
You see, but that whole thing was like an entire Marvel area because you got the original. You got the original. Who's it?
Punisher?
No, Rebecca remains famous
Stamos.
as a Mystique. Yeah, the
Right,
first
yeah,
Mystique.
we made reference to the fact that she can be in two Marvel comic books playing two different characters because in the other movie we never see her face because she's always blue.
Yeah,
Except for the 5 minutes that she actually played herself in X-Men 2. I am going to finish this intro though. And Sam, when do we get to use the railgun in Call of Duty Vector?
Absolutely.
You son of a bitch.
That's right. Again with the sound effects. I'm not sure why or what, but okay. So,
damn it, Foley.
right, yeah. Well, we were all over the place with this one already.
It's gonna be an interesting night.
Yeah, man, we got the wrong actress. We're already talking about the last week's episode. This will be a good episode. So this is Eraser. So pull up a comfy chair and let's dive into this. So this is 1996's Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's in this.
Arnold.
I don't know.
Arnold looks much younger than 1996.
He looks
in
good.
this movie.
He looks good for.
He looks pretty good.
He looks Commando age, actually.
Well, no, Commando was 10 years earlier.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what year was Last Action? Which was pretty much the literally the last action flick that it kind of bombed. But what year was that? Do you remember?
I'm on it.
90 something, 94, 95?
Was it before or after this? Because this was towards the end as well, if I remember.
93.
Last Action was 93?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was much later than that.
Now, the funny one is that I, for some reason, got this movie, and I got to get there, and True Lies, I got them kind of mixed up as
I
kind
love
of
True Lies.
as kind of the same movie. Because True Lies came out in 94, and that's James Cameron's, the James Cameron, right?
Yeah.
That was his movie, and with the kind of cartoon terrorists and Jamie Lee Curtis doing her sexy dance and stuff like that. So, and I like that movie too. It's actually
I love True Lies.
it's a fun movie. It really is. And then you get this movie, Eraser, with the Vanessa Williams and the James Caan and oh yeah, dude, no joke. She's
and the rubber alligators.
So this is our second Vanessa Williams movie because she was in Shaft also.
You're damn right.
Yeah,
shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Shaft. I hope that works on the recording as well as it did in my ears.
That could not have been more perfect.
I know. The fact that we can't see each other, that worked out pretty well. James Coburn, this is our second one of him. He was in Payback. I don't know if we've done James Caan before. I doubt it. There's some other. Yeah, there's been some other movies that we've done. Well, other people in here that we've done.
James Caan more of a TV show guy, or
yeah, I know him mostly from that show Vegas.
He seems to be everywhere. For some reason, he looked very familiar to me.
Oh yeah, I mean he's in a bunch of movies, and typically he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Or he starts off as a good guy and turns bad guy. That's usually what I see when I see James Caan, and it really bothers me because he's funny and then he's
Misery. That's where I remember him.
Yeah.
Misery. Yeah.
Sam, I'm just gonna. I've been trying to send you text and obviously through Skype, and you're clearly not getting the message. Your microphone is way too hot. I need you to back off just a little bit.
All right.
It's too hot.
I've been trying to do it quietly and subtly, and clearly you're not getting the message.
I'm not getting anything.
During my intro, I saw it. I was like, that's why I paused for a
I
second.
know. I'm sure Andrew and Corny read it.
Better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, James Caan, he's in a bunch of stuff that you've seen and whatever, and he's interesting, and he's a good actor. He was in Elf and Las Vegas and Misery and The Godfather and a bunch of other stuff. He's done 129 credits. So, thanks, Sam. So, yeah, he's been around. Anyway, so what is this movie? Well, Andrew hopefully has words to say about it.
An elite federal marshal known as the Eraser. Yeah. Sorry, that paragraph just went away from my screen. Sorry, let me try that again.
Okay.
An elite federal. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, let me just read a different one. A witness protection specialist becomes suspicious of his coworkers when dealing with a case involving high-tech weapons.
What a dumb.
That is not a great summary there.
He has become suspicious of his coworkers. I bet you Steve is the one that took my lunch. I am suspicious of my coworker.
Thanks, Steve.
Right, that's what that sounds like, right?
And didn't they basically try to kill him?
Yeah, they didn't basically try to. They tried to.
Yeah.
No, they
I was
did.
shooting out of an airplane and tried to.
Yeah, there's quite a few different ways they tried to kill him.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was actually not very suspicious. Actually, I mean, like it wasn't like there was this weird buildup and then all of a sudden there was a flip. Like the flip happened pretty early in the movie.
Yeah,
and
we saw it a mile away. I think.
Oh yeah, we all saw it a mile away. So that seems kind of whatever. Anyway, good job IMDb for once again ruining a movie with your bad descriptions. I want to make this real quick point, and then we'll go into our intros as we normally do. We were making the joke, or you made, Corny, earlier, the little joke that 96 Eraser Schwarzenegger looks kind of like 85 Commando.
Oh, it's not a joke. He wears almost the same green shirt with the same missing buttons
as
he does in Commando. I looked at this, and I was thinking to myself, this is a little weird, right? And then also you've got... the scene where they're looking for him, and he smashes the window, and the guy looks out the window, and he just swings from the ceiling and kicks the guy.
Right.
That happens in Commando.
Nice.
The cop, I don't know his name, but they're in the facility. They think that they've gotten in, and he says, holster your weapon, and they're fighting back and forth.
Right.
That guy looks like Bennett from Commando.
Interesting. I don't know who that guy is, but
Vernon Wells would be the guy from Commando. It's not the same guy. I already looked.
Right.
But man,
that's funny. Well, so I'm watching this movie, right? And this movie, I guess I can look it up real quick, because I wanted to get my point real quick. It was a $100 million budget. I mean, that's a lot of money for '96, right?
Wow, yeah.
For an action flick with Schwarzenegger, $100 million, and it only made 101. So
it was successful. It was successful.
It was technically successful. And I'm trying to think of why it was so expensive. Maybe because of some of the CGI at the time. I mean, those alligators looked kind of bad.
Oh,
But if you compare them to like Jurassic Park, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't compare them to Jurassic Park, then they actually look okay for the time. Again, '96, it's not bad. But compare it to the movie we watched last week. So I think this movie looks better. It has a cleaner look. The sound effects are better. It's better, like sound direction. Like this is a better movie than what we saw last week.
I agree.
And it's 9 years younger. and Corny, I know you missed it last week, and we actually ripped apart the movie aspect more than the comic book part.
Yeah.
Because the movie itself sucks. It's not a good product. Does that make sense?
The story was the portrayal of lines and so forth. They were actually pretty bad. I'll go with that.
Yeah. I mean, like our point was, I mean, I guess you can go back and listen to it if you really wanted to, but like we all liked the character and we found him, kind of interesting to a point, but it was just like John Travolta. He was a cartoon character. I never really bought him as anything serious or scary, sinister.
Sorry. Just the him being pulled through.
This slightly hurts. I'm quite uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah. This is scratching my back a little.
He's wrapped up in something.
Oh my gosh, we had that again in this movie. He caught a train. That bit was in this movie.
When Schwarzenegger does it, you just have to be happy with that.
Yeah, it's okay when Schwarzenegger does it because that's Schwarzenegger.
Right, and we get it because it's the genre that he's doing, right? Like, that's what he does. Kind of that tropey action movie, right? They even made fun of that concept in Last Action Hero. That was the whole point of that movie, was to make fun of that. But the Punisher's not supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's supposed to be. I don't know. It was supposed to be a lot of things, and it wasn't. And again, the movie physically looked bad. I mean, when I told the guys this movie was made in 2004, Sam and Andrew are both like, "No, you're lying to us," because this movie looks like. Because if I would have told you 98, they would have been like, "Yeah, okay, I'll buy that." So anyway, has anyone seen this movie before this viewing?
I have not, actually.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I've seen bits and pieces.
Okay, so I'm kind of the savvy veteran when it comes to this movie because I ate up all the.
Did you? 90s. I was about to say you ate these types of movies.
I really did. Me and Steven, I know he's been on the show before, and I know talking about him. He and I would watch this stuff all the flipping time. The concept of that gun that they had in this movie, we thought was just phenomenal.
Well, I mean, you got to give them that. I mean, that was perfect. If you remember Perfect Dark,
right? And
I love that gun in Perfect Dark.
And we argued for days over this gun. We argued because, I mean, seriously, we had like in-depth arguments, and I remember them because she uses the phrase, "It doesn't have conventional ammo," and so it shoots an aluminum rod. So I think we were both really confused then that no one ever reloads the gun. It never gets reloaded.
Yeah.
So we were both like arguing that I was arguing. I can't remember which side we were on. I was probably on the side saying that it wasn't conventional ammo, like it was some kind of laser thing, and we got into these big arguments. It was funny. Now, anyway, we were idiots. In '96, I was 14. So anyway,
Yeah, you were just weaned off the bottle.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
The sad part, it was the Jack Daniels bottle.
Well,
Nice.
I am Irish, so. So Andrew, your kind of initial thoughts, sir?
I don't play that game.
Is this what you're gonna do for the rest of that night? Is just use
I'll allow it.
Schwarzenegger clips to answer your questions?
Yes, I am actually. No, yeah, it was.
How many more do
It
you
was
have? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I've got a few.
Nice.
More than enough.
Nice.
More than enough to finish the podcast here. So, yeah, I don't know the movie. Like I said, I'd seen bits and pieces of it, and I remember watching it. I guess when I was in high school, maybe, and I just thought back then about the same that I feel about it now. It's something that I watch if there's nothing else on, but it's not something I'm gonna watch again, or not gonna be on my favorite list.
You're not seeking it out.
Right.
That's fair.
But overall, I enjoyed it. Like you said, I thought that things were done well as far as the production of the movie, and the CGI crocs or alligators, whatever they were kind of bad. But other than that, I have problems with the movie.
But again, we've recently watched amazing movies with amazing CGI. Like,
and that's true.
I'm trying to put myself in 1996, right? Like, what do we have to compare it to? I mean, even the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park now, when we look at them now, they still look good, but you can tell that it's CGI. So
Blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy. It's true.
They were real.
Stop it. Except for the ones that actually were animatronic, like the trike and some of the other things. But
T-Rex.
Parts of him, yeah.
The parts that bite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that I don't want us to harp too much on those alligators because some of it looked real bad. Yeah, when it was running towards Schwarzenegger, he looked really funny. And when he shot it, there was some weird film thing happening. Like it kind of went blurry for a second. It was kind of a strange. I don't know if that was one of those things that it didn't convert well to Netflix. Like,
No,
I
remember it being
maybe
that
so.
bad too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe on VHS,
Yeah.
there's a little more forgiving. On my tube TV, So anyway, but yeah, alligators were kind of bad.
That's true. But I'm also, I guess, comparing it to things that were in '96, like Independence Day.
Yeah.
There was CGI there that I thought was probably done better.
Yeah, you're right. And I will say this to that, and of course, to that specific movie, they tried to do a lot of practical effects, which I think make that movie better.
Yeah.
Like blowing up the cities was actual fire. Like that was actual fire. Just the actual laser coming down was the only CGI part and things like that. But you're right. No, you're right. Compared to the time, I will say this: for $100 million budget, you'd think that they could have been a little better.
Absolutely.
Or tried a little harder with the rubber. I don't know. I don't know. You can't obviously use real alligators.
Some real ones.
Yeah, about that.
PETA didn't exist then, so it would have been fun.
Yes, it did.
I think that the actors union would be a little more
yeah.
upset at that.
Schwarzenegger's agents not letting him get near a live croc.
Actually, they did. It's because this movie was a crock of shit.
Oh. So is that? Are you done, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Corny. Is that what you're leading off with?
Sorry, I just had to put crock in a joke.
Oh, okay.
This actually falls into my wheelhouse of awesome movies that are just awful.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any explosions in this one, though.
My black ass, there weren't.
What? The house at the beginning explodes.
Yep.
The next house he's in explodes.
The next house, he's
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to argue. I argue a lot of crazy things on here, but that is not one I will.
Okay, I didn't know what was happening.
I thought you were going Rogue Sam again.
Did you actually watch the movie?
I just figured it was a Rogue Sam thing. I was just going, okay.
It's happened before. Yeah, I will give you that.
Yeah, that's true.
That you've gone rogue.
No, my favorite explodium was the limo.
Yeah, when it got hit by the train.
Was filled.
Yeah. It was like the inside chamber where they were sitting was filled with gas. There's no reason why it would have exploded like that. I mean, it would have broken half, right?
What do you want me to do with this box of grenades? I'll just hold on to them. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, while we're talking about this, fine. We're kind of off script at this point, but while we're talking about, well, I do. While we're making fun of things that go boom, okay. All right, so this was one of my last notes because it was the end of the movie. But the van, right? So the bit with the van, right? They get in the van, and the idea is that they cut a hole in the van, right? They go down to the sewers and they blow up the van so they can quote unquote be dead, right?
Yeah.
In front of the eyes of everyone, they're dead. But come on, what if some shrapnel kills somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if a burning tire hit some baby in the face or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your plan is very flawed and dangerous, but I guess hooray for you for winning. I mean, anyway, that was just, and again, the same thing to your point. Whoever made they must have filled that van with gasoline too. I mean, good gracious. I understand a car bomb, but it was a nuclear explosion that went off. Anyway, Corny, you sorry.
Oh no, so I got my explosions. I got my terrible one-liners. I got the guy who just can't be hurt no matter what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Impaled to the hand, impaled to the leg, shot. And,
dude, and some of these injuries. My God, the thing through his leg.
Yeah,
that bothered me because it took too long to pull out.
And then didn't he turn around and use it as a weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stuck somebody to a ceiling or something. Yeah.
And could you imagine that guy's like, oh, he's impaled. Oh God, now I'm impaled.
Right, and of course the joke is something like, oh, now I got his blood on me. I hope he's not infected. Oh wait,
he becomes Samuel L. Jackson. Goes, starts to gag.
Right.
You know, I can't stand the sight of blood. You know that.
Right. Yeah, the Kingsman, which they've already greenlit the second one. They're already starting to film.
Oh, I hope it's
Yeah, I hope it's.
Has everyone here seen the Kingsman?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to do that for this show.
If we can find it.
If it ever comes on anything, we're definitely doing it.
It's a keeper on my DVR. Let's just say that.
It is too for me. Sarah's like, you've seen this movie now. You've seen it in theater, and then you watched it when you DVR'd it. Why won't you delete it? Because it's just too fun to delete.
She's pregnant. She doesn't understand.
Well, that actually is true. The pregnant part.
Delete this section, please. I don't want to.
That's okay. She doesn't typically listen to the show unless. Actually, there really is no reason why she should listen to the show.
That's why I can be brutally honest, because I know my wife will absolutely not listen to the show.
What you aren't aware of is that I email her snippets of things.
Sure. Yeah.
So whenever you go home and she's just really angry at you, it's because she got a new email from me. I'm just like,
oh, you must email her a lot.
Oh, he just stopped emailing. He just uploads to YouTube.
That was perfect, Sam. I'm glad you.
Thank you.
That was great. Played along with the bit. Corny, were you done? We're still doing intros, right?
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Oh, this is going to be just as long as pulling out a shard of whatever out of my leg.
Right.
No, this goes in my.
Okay, hold on. That shard of thing that he pulled out of his leg. Steven and I would argue that was one of the bullets. That was one of the rounds because it looked shiny.
Some sort of metal shard from the building.
That's what I would have thought.
And that's what I thought when I watched it this time. I was like, oh, that's obviously just construction material.
Yeah.
But when I was 14 or 15, for whatever reason, I thought that was one of the bullets. And I kept making the point, like, that thing is huge. It wouldn't fit in that little gun. It never made sense to me. And if the thing is moving,
If it's a shard of metal in the gun, the heat would rapidly expand as it's exposed to air.
Okay.
Therefore, that's maybe what accounts for the size.
Maybe, but I mean, I kind of feel like that the round, because the magazine, they showed the magazine that these bullets or whatever they're called are in, and the thing's only a few inches long. So
That's what she said.
Right, and this shard of metal is like what, 6 or 7 inches long, right? So
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm wrong, is what it is.
Stronger than others.
Well, yeah. So your mother's been talking about me again.
Oh, nice.
This is a classy episode.
Just a big old bag of dicks. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Corny, you missed butt whistle last week too.
Yes. Yeah, that classed it up quite a bit.
Yeah. So if you saw our Facebook page with a whistle on it, that's what that was. It was a. I unfortunately did not get any emails.
Oh, guessing that. Sure.
With the
hashtag butt whistle.
Hashtag butt whistle. Yeah.
Oh God.
We're going to get that trending.
I don't think we should try.
Alongside with Central Africa.
Yeah, I do hashtag that one every now and then. Sam, we still haven't gotten to your intro yet. So.
Oh yeah.
We're 30 minutes into the show.
Holy hell!
Wow.
Sorry, yeah. This is the Beverly Hills type movie for me. Explosions and stupidity and bad one-liners. All right, that's it.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Yes, please.
All right, so you've got your corny movies, 80s/early 90s, and this was kind of on the way out. I think when the whole one action guy was kind of teetering away. I think in terms of having such a mass appeal. But like you said, I enjoyed it. I don't think if we would, how can I say this? If we hadn't had seen Punisher last week, and I had been so bored during Punisher, I don't think I would have liked this movie as much. I think that the Punisher warmed me up to actually enjoy this movie.
That's actually fair.
And I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was, like you said, absolutely brainless. I loved the action scenes. I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fighting. I enjoyed not every gun sounded the same.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that gun. You want to play with it.
Oh yeah, that rail gun. Yeah.
Oh God, I love it.
Yeah.
And
it kind of makes you glad there actually isn't one.
I know, really. And the scary thing is I bet you anything they're trying to figure out how to do it.
Oh yeah.
See through things like that. But I thought the Vanessa Williams, I don't know. For some reason she didn't. I don't know. She didn't seem like I thought she was better than this. Let's just say that. I just thought this movie might have been just a little below her.
I mean, okay, hold on. It's not like exactly she's been doing Academy Award
I know. But for some reason, the '90s in me, for some reason, it just I didn't care for her in this movie.
She's still working.
Yeah, she's working it.
She's still attractive too. Let's be real.
But you've got your obvious action tropes that are fun. I appreciated the one-liners Arnold kept spouting out. I love the fact. It always gets me when he cuts the chain or cuts the thing, and the whole load of guns falls down, and he's on top. It falls like 50 feet, and.
He should be broken.
Yeah.
Especially after his leg has been drilled through, basically.
Right. And shot in the shoulder.
Yeah. And don't forget the falling out of the plane scene.
Yeah.
At the time that was pretty awesome. That was
And he just got up and walked away from that. Oh, it's fine as long as you land on a car, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't forget the one thing you learn, if you jump out of a plane and have a hard landing, make sure you aim for a car.
Right.
So that's what you learn this one.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But I had fun. It was fun. It's not my favorite, but it was at least a decent time watching this week. How about you, Sean? What you got?
So this is my wheelhouse. This is my comfort food kind of a movie.
Okay.
I sat down to watch this today and just I had a good time. I laughed when I was supposed to. I certainly didn't cry, but only when James Caan was kissing that poor girl to death. I kind of
That's weird. That was just awkward.
Yeah, I understand the point he's trying to do is he's trying to make it look like he's trying to give her CPR, but isn't the point of CPR like you've lost air in your lungs and you need to be restarted like you drowned? I don't think shooting somebody and then using CPR is gonna like breathing into their anyway. What do I know? Clearly nothing if we learned anything from Iron Sky. So
or Congo.
Congo, I think I get a little bit of a pass on.
Force Awakens.
Nope.
Wait, The Force Awakens. What is that? What?
The events.
I'm right on that one. Yep, 100% right. The guy that made the lightsaber said that they were intentionally to be a hilt. They were not,
but then they were described as exhaust.
But they were not exhaust vents, and that was not what you said. That was not the article that you read either. It just says that it was a venting of the blade.
Yeah.
It's not an exhaust vent. It's part of the. It's part of the blade.
I would think if someone would.
How many movies was this ago? We're still
about 20. I found the article today on Facebook. I found the article where the guy that actually helped to create the lightsaber for Kylo Ren in the movie, he made reference to the fact that the bladed hilt was intentional because Kylo Ren considers himself a knight. He's a knight of Ren, and they wanted to emulate his lightsaber to be an old school broadsword, and that was the intent. And it just reminded me of that stupid argument that we had in that episode. And it just proved that I was right, which of course I had to rub in Sam's face for a little bit. So.
And I disagree.
Which is fine, but I'm still right. But as far as
never stopped Sam before,
ever. But the point, to Eraser is fun. I like it. Is it great? No. Is it good? It was nominated for an Oscar.
What
really?
Best
sound effects.
Okay.
Sound design.
The darn sound effect for the railgun was pretty awesome.
Yeah, those were actually kind of cool. I kind of want to know how they did that. That was actually kind of a cool sound effect.
Yeah.
Beer.
Okay. I'm always interested in that stuff, like how they did lightsabers and stuff like that. But anyway,
it's all celery.
Every bit of it's just celery.
Oh, celery. That's usually bones breaking, but okay.
Like you slide celery, that makes a lightsaber sound. You know, you crack celery, makes a broken bone sound.
Yeah.
You blow on celery, it sounds like a car starting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, celery is pretty awesome, actually.
It is pretty universal.
Yeah. It's actually what took out the aliens in Independence Day.
Yeah, he uploaded a celery virus.
It's because they're 99.9% water.
Yeah, isn't
You
it?
you actually burn calories eating celery. You know that?
Yeah, it's like the only negative calorie food. I don't know if that's actually real or not, but I like to keep perpetuating the idea that that's real.
Yeah.
You also shit water when you eat it, if you eat enough.
Is that what happens? I don't think that's what happens.
I think
you pee. God, this episode, jeez.
Butt whistle and shit water.
Oh, wow. Random. Yes. Okay.
So anyway, this movie is fun.
So you hated this movie then?
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I had a good time with it, and it's fun and it's silly. But the one-liners. So here's the weird part about this movie that I noticed. So the first half of the movie is kind of a serious thing, right? Like, there's a little bit of conspiracy thing happening, and he's trying to protect these people, and he's really good at his job, but he kills a guy with a freezer door, which was funny, and there's some other things like it's a serious movie, right? And then all of a sudden, when he jumps out of the airplane, the movie completely changes direction. Seriously, it turns into, for lack of a better word, it kind of turns into a Bond movie. Because now,
a little bit, good point.
Like those 90s Bond movies with Pierce and them, like it kind of gets a little magic-y. Like he shouldn't have survived that airplane ordeal.
Maybe it's all a dream sequence.
Maybe that's right. You're right. It's right. He does go to sleep.
Yeah.
And maybe he never wakes up. Maybe he actually dies. But this is how this is heaven for him.
Yeah.
He gets shot and almost gets eaten by alligators. And I like this idea, Inception or something. But let's pretend that that's not real, Sam. And just continue on.
So we're pretending that him jumping out of a plane and catching his parachute is the real.
Yeah, that actually happened.
That actually happened.
Well, Well, it worked for Point Break, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Did he do it in Point Break?
I have no idea.
I've never seen it.
It's been years
Really?
since I've seen that.
Okay. I was like, Sean, I'm sure you've seen Point
I
Break.
have. It's just been years. That was.
Keanu?
Yeah.
Okay, not the new one.
No, gosh, no.
Have you seen the new one?
No, I have no intention of ever watching the new one. The only reason why I would watch the new one is if we do to it what we did with RoboCop. We watched the original Point Break and then the remake.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I would watch it, is for this show. But so he jumps out of the airplane, right? And something else bothered me. So he fell for many seconds, right? Many seconds. Like 30 seconds. I mean, that's a long ways down. And that airplane was like right behind him. I thought, wait, no, you left that thing long ago.
Yep.
You know, that thing is moving at I don't know, probably at least
several hundred.
Yeah, at least 150 to 200 miles per hour. Like, that thing would have been miles away. But no, he just turns around and then I want to see his face on the front of the windshield. And that to me is like when it changed. Like, oh, okay, now we're turning into Bond villain.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of, be honest with you, I kind of didn't like it at that point. Like, I liked everything up to that, except for the weird kissing scene. The Death by Kiss, The Kiss of Death, which is a good movie, by the way.
Kiss of Death?
Kiss of the Dragon. That's what it's called. It's a Jet Li movie. Anyway.
Kiss of Death?
Kiss of Death. Keiko Death.
Keiko Death. Oh, no, not again.
Not again. Okay.
Have I missed something recently?
No, but it does feel like every time
we're
we get
rehashing everything.
I feel like I have used that Eddie Izzard bit about 6 times in this podcast history. We probably helped Eddie Izzard sell more records than he has. Actually, no, that's not true. But anyway, he should actually sponsor our show just for all the love that we give him. I'll let him know on Twitter.
Good. All right.
Sweet.
Anyway, I don't know. So, I mean, I still like all the cheesy action afterwards.
Yeah.
But the problem is that you showed me like good, interesting character development at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And then you did this hard turn, like either do one all the way, right? Or the other all the way. And because it was weird like that. Anyway.
Well, at what point when he got into, you say, so once he jumped out of the plane, it changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they always say that a script will have the beginning, middle, and end.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they'll have really hard time trying to figure out that last bit.
Yeah.
Was it the second part of the script, you think
I think so, because the third part is just nothing but action, right? It's just the action scene at the end. And again, there's some one-liners, you missed me, kind of stuff like that. But I guess because of the middle half, for lack of a better phrase, the second act, it prepared me for that last bit. So I was on board for him to dual wield those things and trucks to be flying, and the weird doc mob showed up, and who were very cool with just killing people.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I guess if that's what they are, they're doc mob people. I mean, anyway, so I mentioned them. I'm all over my script at this point. I'm no longer in chronological order.
You've been off script so long that
it's actually pretty accurate. But this is the thing that happens in this movie, and it's happened in other movies, but the only one I can think of off the top of my head is The Rocketeer. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So they do something in this movie which I like a lot. I really do. Is when you invoke for lack of a better word, the Patriot Act. What am I trying to say? Like, all right, so there's U.S. government. They're going to be selling to terrorists. Tell me something I don't know. It's happening on your docks. Now it's personal. Oh, I'm not going to let somebody mess with my country. That's kind of the concept, in my opinion. And they do that in The Rocketeer, right? Like, he's like the bad guys, the mob, right? They're working with Valentine, and then they find out Valentine is actually a Nazi, and they turn on him. He's like, I might be a crook, but I'm 100% American. Yeah. And so then there's a scene where the FBI and the mob are shooting machine guns at the bad guys. I like that in movies. I really do, actually. I think that's a cool thing that I wish happened more. But
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, not even that. The enemy of my country is my enemy.
Yeah.
Like country trumps
Everything. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like we see a lot, obviously, in movies with family, right? You mess with my family, I'm going to come after you. Obviously, like every revenge flick ever. But
except for Taken, he just loses his family and
then loses it. But it's that I like that kind of idea. Like, oh, it's on my docks and it's my country getting screwed. No, technically, his country is the bad guys in this aspect too, as well as the bad guys. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. So we had what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
We had all kinds of connections to other things in our worlds that we like in this movie.
Okay.
We had at least 2 Star Trek connections that I'm aware of.
Okay.
James Cromwell, the guy at the beginning of the movie, the CEO, blows his brains out. He's, of course, Star Trek First Contact, Zefram Cochrane, right?
He always plays a D-bag in like every movie I've seen him in.
He kind of does.
Yep.
Did you see the movie Surrogates?
No.
It's like the idea is that the future, we become so paranoid as a people that we never leave our apartments and we have robot avatars to go and do our jobs for us, and no one ever.
Oh, World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but the actual robots go out into the workforce and do work things.
Oh,
anyway,
well, that's nice.
He's kind of like he's in that as kind of that same role, though he is kind of the benevolent grandfather archetype in iRobot. So he does kind of both.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vanessa Williams is also, she was in Star Trek too. We had
the second one?
And Khan.
Oh yeah, I remember the series she was in. She was in Star Trek Deep Space Fine.
Nice. I actually really appreciate that, Corny. I'm glad that you went the extra mile to make the joke work too. She was in the Next Gen episode. We had a Marvel connection to this movie that I only saw one. There might have been a couple other dudes that are just kind of background dudes. And of course, we have a DC connection too, right? Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Bad nipples.
But the guy who was the FBI agent Corman, John Slattery.
Oh, from Mad Men.
Yeah, from Mad Men. He plays Tony Stark's father.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, and so
and something else.
There might be some more, but I couldn't think of it. But
he's also in the agent, not Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., the other one, Lady Agent.
Agent Carter, but he wouldn't be an Agent Carter.
He's the Stark guy in there, isn't he?
That's a different actor playing Stark.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure, because he would have been a young man.
Well, he is young.
No, not now. He's not.
Stark's dad, but he's that Stark's dad is in
Oops, how did I get that?
Peggy Carter.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Stark's dad is in Peggy Carter. Correct. It's not that actor.
Oh, okay, so they got a different. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
It's he was in Vampire Hunter. What's his name?
Eddie Vampire.
Eddie Vampire? No, that's not his name.
Oh, okay.
Van Helsing?
No, he was in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
As the guy who teaches him. Dominique Cooper is his name. Is the guy that plays it. He was in Captain America, the first Captain America. It's the same guy. Anyway.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so this movie. God, I walked away from my iPad for so long I fell asleep. Yeah.
You were saying.
Yeah. I was just looking at those connections. So there you go. There's the connections. I want to look at the director. So Chuck Russell is the director. Good old Chuck. The director here. He has done such movies as his first movie was A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And then he did The Blob in 1988, that horror flick thing, The Blob, with some people I've never heard of. And then he did The Mask. with
Like
the
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Huh.
And
Smoking.
yeah, and then he does Eraser, and then he does something called Bless the Child, and then he does The Scorpion King with The Rock.
Oh,
I thought the Catholic Church tried to get rid of Bless the Child.
Are you being serious right now, or omens
no.
and concept of good versus evil have no place in Maggie O'Connor's well-ordered practical universe?
Maggie O'Connor.
Yeah.
No, that's different.
Okay.
Sorry, I was thinking of Harass the Child. Go ahead.
Oh, Kim Basinger, isn't it?
I think you did there, Andrew.
Wow.
Sam, you'd said that lady's name, and it reminds me. I went and saw a priest the other day. Patio furniture.
Patio furniture. Wow. You should have stopped with the Star Trek one.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. He's doing 3 movies right now. He's doing something called Witchboard and Hellpage.
Which board?
Witchboard.
That board.
Yep. Something called Hellpage. A film student searches the internet for ideas for the horror film and finds Hellpage, an interactive horror script writing program. Oh my god, this sounds like something Corny had a dream about.
I thought it was something like a Senate page where you could serve with one of your senators.
No.
So,
And then the one he's got coming out soon is called The Hunchback. It's the Victor Hugo novel, The Hunchback.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's the.
Oh, and this one, the Hunchback actually doesn't have a hunchback at all. He's just a politician.
Okay, I've never heard of any of these actors though. Max Ryan is the Hunchback. Like
Max Ryan.
He's the guy that's done such movies as Death Race and Kiss of the Dragon. Weird. And League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, that's
so classic films.
Yeah, but but he's always like dude over there that did the thing, like not actual guys. Though there's an actor named Jack Ryan, which is kind of funny. Anyway, my point is that he's done a couple of good things. I liked The Mask. I thought that was fine. And The Scorpion King is fine. So he's done some good stuff. But he did an episode of Fringe, which I like. But other than that.
Wasn't The Mask like Cameron Diaz? Her
yeah, that was her breakout role.
Yeah.
That was back when she looked awesome.
Dude, no, she still looked weird. She looks like a a
praying
mantis.
No, what is wrong with you? She
She's
looks
got like weird angly arms and
no, she's
her face looks like her eyes are too widespread.
You're so wrong.
Are you confusing her with a crab?
I don't know what's wrong with you right now. She's so attractive in The Mask, and then she lost all that weight for some reason for Something About Mary, and ever since then, she's just been this weird skinny twig, and I've never found her attractive.
Yep.
Yeah.
I only have ever found her attractive.
Like a praying mantis, yep.
Yeah. If you're saying now, I'm fine with that. I'm saying in The Mask, she looks hot.
Like she's look pictures.
Oh yeah, okay. From The Mask. Don't just Google Cameron Diaz. You have to Google her from The Mask. She looks great in The Mask. Excuse me. Anyway, so he's done some fine work. Good for you.
Oh my gosh.
You seeing what we're talking about?
Yeah, okay. All right. That is a different Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, it's like a different woman.
She doesn't look as praying mantis-y as...
No, she looks hot.
Why did she lose all that weight?
I don't know, but she's hot. I don't know if someone came to her and was like, "You need to lose all this weight."
You know what it is? Part of it is just her haircut, I think. The way they did their hair makes her eyes look not as far apart as other movies.
In The Mask?
You got some weird things about things being spatial in the face. I've noticed this now.
I think Sam's just a horrible person. I don't know. I'm on the Mask page, the IMDb page, and the 5th picture with photos of Cameron Diaz. That's a good looking picture with the red dress and the.
If you look at her even younger, she looks a lot better.
I don't want to go too far back.
The Mask audition. Search Cameron Diaz Mask audition and look at the picture there.
Okay, I'm so far down the rabbit hole at this point.
I'm on a Google image search, by the way.
All right, we're getting into some dangerous territory here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I think I need an adult.
Get the safe search on. Make sure. Let's see, Mask audition. Yeah, it's like the first picture. That is someone who hasn't had surgery to make her eyes separated.
Well, you have to also keep in mind that the mask was over 20 years ago. So
Was it really?
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, she was an attractive lady.
she's got some age on her now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 94. But my point is that when she came out like 2 years later in Something About Mary, like she looked very different. Like she lost a lot of weight for some reason, and I never thought she looked healthy. Anyway, my point is, Eraser is fun. I had no way to transition that back over.
Wait. I know how you did it. You just erased what we did.
Oh. I'm going to play some clips because I haven't done that yet. So,
wait. Before you do that, you know the difference between Something About Mary? Because I'm flipping between Mask and Something About.
Okay.
She went from long hair to short hair.
But she lost a lot of weight too.
Absolutely.
And I seriously think she might have had like breast reduction surgery or something because she looks very different.
I don't think
she looks, for a lack of a better word, voluptuous in The Mask.
Yeah.
She looks like a healthy woman. Like there's nothing wrong with her in The Mask. And I don't know if that was back when we were in this weird stereotype where all attractive women were super skinny. Like the Paris Hiltons and the whatever, like they had to be really, really like unhealthy. She looks great in The Mask, is my point. And after that, she lost a lot of weight, and I've not found her attractive since then. Seriously, at all. So, anyway,
we just offended people or not?
My point is that you don't have to be super skinny to be attractive, And maybe I'm getting into this weird realm because I have a daughter on the way and whatever, but like I've never thought that you had to be this super skinny person to be attractive. It's just whatever.
Well, good. I'm gonna sleep much better tonight.
Well, I mean, I like
sexy all the time.
I like my
I'm sexy and I know it.
I like my I'm gonna do an Eddie Izzard bit again. I like my women like I like my coffee, strong and black and with a spoon in them.
Yeah.
So we have to prove that he's a badass. We have to have these guys talk about him.
Who the hell was that? I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, the movie at the beginning, the first clip that I played, where James Caan's like, oh, he thinks he's the best, and he probably is the best, so don't piss him off. That's a thing that movies do that I kind of don't like, is they cheat us, right? It's that thing I've mentioned before where that whole point of that line was to the audience. That James Caan is still his buddy, and he's a good guy, Schwarzenegger, and don't piss him off because he's great. But in reality, we know that James Caan's a bad guy, right? So he wouldn't have said the line in that way, right? Don't you think? Like,
the thing is, too, I knew from the moment I saw James Caan on screen, and not because I'd seen the movie before, parts of it before, but I knew he was the bad guy.
Right.
I knew from the moment I saw his face, I thought this guy's going to be the one who turns around and, betrays him.
Yeah, screw somebody. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, at the moment you see him that he's going to do that. And that's why that line is a cheat. It's that thing I've mentioned before with Frozen, right? We've all seen Frozen. I think, Andrew, you actually said you survived it somehow.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where the bad guy in the movie, they show him when he's not around anyone and he has this look of forlorn love or whatever. Like, no, that wouldn't happen. He wouldn't do that. They only do that for the audience to make the audience like him. Anyway, so there was that. Yeah. So whatever. Then there's this. I don't even remember what this is for, but mystery clip.
We've handled these types of situations before.
You still haven't answered my question.
We told you there'd be risks.
You also told me I would be under complete protection the entire time.
The operation didn't go as smoothly as we anticipated.
I'd say that's an understatement.
Remember, Miss Cullen, you came to us.
That's right, Mr. Stark. Be a douchebag. I remember why I captured that clip. So, I think this is an attempt for us to hate the cops, right?
Yep.
Isn't that what the point of this is? The cops, we make this, informant go do a dangerous thing, and we are, quote unquote, we're right here with you. You're in another building. Like, you can't do anything, right? You can't help her at all. If Cromwell decides he's going to shoot her instead of himself, there's nothing they could have done. So I don't know. It kind of bothers me. And I want to talk to my cop buddy and find out if that's real, if that actually happens. Because it happens a lot in the movies, and you always hate the cops for it because they always screw up. So anyway, good job, director, for making me hate those cops, because I did. I really did. I didn't want them to die or anything. I just, wanted them to get bad donuts and coffee. Here's the beginning of the one-liners.
Oh.
Yeah, here's your first one-liner.
You're late.
Traffic.
And at that point, I was like, okay, the movie has changed. And of course, it actually changed when he landed on that car, and then the girl was like, I like your parachute. And then the kid sells his dad's truck for $50, and he's like, I'll bring it back with about 5,000 bullet holes in it. I felt bad for that guy. He's just making an honest living, and now his truck is toast. He's paying for that. I guess that's what you have
Cop stole my car. I don't think
Insurance.
Yeah, I guess that's what insurance for. Is that act of God or something? I don't know. Act of Schwarzenegger.
Like a good neighbor, started putting on his. Holy crap!
Yeah.
What happened to your car?
Yeah. No, he ain't touching that one.
This bull. I'm out.
This was really bad.
Your luggage.
Do you have to say a one-liner to the dead alligator you just shot in the head?
All right, so I was actually betting on "See you later, alligator" or "See you later." I thought that might be.
No,
Your luggage.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's real bad, actually. What is this one? What?
Something delicious.
Oh, this was also, again, more just bad dialogue from James Caan.
Why don't you put out a citywide APB? I want this town locked up so tight it'll make his balls ache.
Who says that? I've never heard that before.
Some crazy writer somewhere over in California.
Yeah, cops talk like that, right? Well, make his balls ache. Yeah, okay, yeah. What?
They're all from Boston. Wicked smart.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why my accent went that way. It just did. This is that thing that I mentioned earlier about the USA and whatever.
There's a major arms deal going down. A U.S. contractor is selling out to international terrorists.
Mr. 60 Minutes. Tell me something I don't know.
It's going to happen tonight on your docks.
That I didn't know.
Yeah. I did put in my notes, screw you, Tom Cruise. Arnold was the first to hang out the door of an airplane. Though Tom Cruise actually did.
Yeah.
And Arnold was clearly green screened in a room with a wind machine. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of spoiled by today's technology, because the scene when in the new Star Trek movie 09, when they had to space jump, right, and they're flying down, that scene looks so great the way they filmed it, but the way they filmed it was really brilliant. JJ just had them stand on a big ass mirror, and they just stand vertically, and the camera looked down on them. So they would just stand there, and the camera would kind of do circles around them, and he would shake the camera. So it's real, like either like whatever. But this, man, when him falling was so badly green screened. it was a little awkward. But whatever,
It's one of those times where you're just waiting for that little bit of green in his shirt, seeps through to
disappear
to the background.
Yeah. No, we can see through his arm. That's great. What? Here we go. Okay. So I wrote I wrote down basically the conversation that happened on set. Okay, boss, all right, so you've said that the next scene they're at a gay bar. How do we establish that we're at a gay bar? All right, we got to get a bunch of dudes to dress in drag. Okay, what else? What song can we play that makes sure that people know that it's a gay... It's Raining Men. There you go. That's a trope. Every time you go to a gay bar, that song is being played. Like, it's on constant loop at every gay bar ever. It's Raining Men. Anyway, just thought that was funny.
Well, is it?
I don't know. We should go to one and find out.
Well, okay.
Here's a little bit of truth for you.
All right, please.
And this is sad to admit.
All right.
So, Appalachian went to London back in the day.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. And I'm walking through the streets of London late at night with
That sounds like a song.
group of people, and I hear,
right?
And we looked at each other and we were like, oh, cool, a club. Let's go in. And as we get to the door opens. Only men in there. And the guy at the door was like, do you want to come in here? And we were like, no. So to answer the question, I don't know what kind of disco mix we were listening to, but it sounds kind of like my cuckoo clock, actually.
You could not have timed that better.
That's great. It's a weird bar you went to. Those Brits are very weird, yeah.
Well, we went to Germany afterwards. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Point
All right,
taken.
back, yeah.
I guess since we're all sharing about our gay bar incident or stories,
yeah.
I did go to one.
Where?
With some coworkers from our days at the Winds.
Really? Where is there a gay bar near here?
There's one in Charlotte.
Uptown
and
Charlotte?
It is, yeah. I don't remember where it was. I just know that we went.
Who did you
Laura
go
had,
with?
Almost said a name there. One
You
of the
went
ice
with
skaters.
you went with Laura? I'm actually kind of jealous. Oh, you
Laura
went in Jordan.
No. This is before then.
Oh.
So Michael,
Laura. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
and Simeon. And,
I know no one knows these people, but Simeon is well. I want this. The phrase I would normally say is a little offensive.
I was like, please don't say it. Please don't say it.
Yeah, I probably should say it, but
yeah.
So there was some going on. So I went in to get a beer and thinking that I would be fine. I got my drink and then turned around and there was someone there immediately hitting me up, and so I'm here with someone, and I left. I ran away.
You ran away and hid? Nice.
I did, actually.
I like this.
You cried in the corner somewhere in a fetal position.
I can honestly say I've never been to a gay bar.
You should go. It's actually really fun.
I actually kind of simply...
I'm sure it is.
I kind of want to go just to see if I'd get hit on, just for an ego boost.
I doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'd feel bad and want to cry.
They go and go, oh, he's got red hair. Get out.
Right, yeah. This was the last one I got because it was kind of funny.
Let me ask you, what the hell you doing here?
Excuse me? We're from the local 129, Sonny.
We heard you was loading a ship without the assistance of bona fide union labor. Say it ain't so.
Little Mikey. I thought that was kind of funny, actually.
Say it ain't so.
He kind of reminded me of Mikey from Shaft, but I know it wasn't the same guy. But anyway, the big brothers of the girl. Dual wielding was great. Bomb almost killed people, but whatever. And second movie in a row where someone caught a train. Tropes, I put the 1980s and 1990s computers all make noise.
I hate that. I hate it.
Why do they have to make noise? They don't do that. Like,
all right, so
Corny, you and I, because you and I, and Sam, I guess you do too, we all live on computers in our day-to-day jobs.
Yeah.
I would pull my hair out if every time text on a screen happened, it made noise. I would shoot something.
I had to turn off the text on my phone. You know how when you press a letter, it'll click?
Mm-hmm.
I turned that off because it's too annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually leave it on for that kind of nostalgia. Plus, I want people to think that I'm important, so I leave it on.
Yeah. How's that going?
Not very well.
Sean decides I'm the greatest all day.
My students just make fun of me. It's okay. That's okay. I actually had one up on them recently when this was the night I got to hang out with Luke Kuechly. This wasn't an intent to be a name drop moment, but it turned into one. And yeah, and we were, Luke and I and his agent, we were talking about the app Periscope. Do you guys know what Periscope is?
Yeah.
It's an app where it's like instant video streaming, right? So like if you had the app, Sam, I could start streaming our show, right? But it would only be my voice, obviously. And then you could sign on and watch my live stream. It's like Skype, but it just goes out to the world, right? Well, the 3 old guys in the room had heard of it, and there was like 6 students who had never heard of it. And we're literally like, the agent and I are both like, we're in our 30s and we know what this is. Like, how do you guys not know what this is? It was kind of funny. For one time, I was like, hey, I got something over you guys besides.
Are you making fun of Luke Kuechly?
No, no, because Luke was, he knew what it was too.
Oh, okay.
Because even Luke was like, how do you guys not know what this is? He's like, I don't even use Twitter, and I know what Periscope is. It's kind of funny. Anyway, Mentor is a bad guy is a trope, cheesy one-liners, and sniper shoots through the scope of another sniper trope.
Oh yeah, I knew you would hit that one.
I like that one. It's very hard to do, and it's one of my favorites, though. There you go. Anything else about the bulk of the meat of the movie before we get into trivia and stuff? Tropes?
Let's blow some up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we blow some stuff up, Audible.com sponsors this fabulous show about butt whistles and other strange pooping water and stuff. So you can go to audibletrial.com/cheapseatreviews and you can get a 30-day free trial and a free audiobook where you won't hear people say stuff like what we talk about. So you can do that. Do it now. Do it now. Audiobook.
Do it now.
30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/cheapseatreviews.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Trivia. I'm going to play that from now on. I love it. Trivia. The company name Cy-Rez was originally Cyrex. It's a one-eyed Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's called a Cyrex. And
Nice.
You're welcome. The real-life company Cyrex, with an IX, complained. They complained. But the movie had already been shot, but all the dialogue was dubbed and company logos were digitally altered during post-production.
That's why it was a $100 million movie.
Yeah, no joke. Director Chuck Russell, and producer Arnold Kopelson had a rocky relationship during the entire production. The only reason the film was able to go forward and ultimately be completed, albeit way over schedule and budget, was that Arnold Schwarzenegger got along with each man separately and was able to negotiate schedules and logistics at a point where the two men refused to speak to each other.
Now here's the thing. You're making a $100 million movie.
Which probably wasn't
as a
supposed to be,
producer
but yeah.
and a director. I think bygones be bygones, you would at least talk to each other.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? There's a lot of money at stake. And to be as petty as to, fight amongst yourselves like that, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it must have been some serious stuff like you slept with my wife kind of stuff. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be just artistic direction.
You sleeping with my wife? I am your wife.
Thank you, Eddie Izzard, once again for the third time. No, you're right, Sam. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to be something on a way personal, deeper level, because if it's just, I want to do Explodium in all of the vehicles, and the other guy's like, no, that doesn't make sense, and then they're going to have an argument. Like, that doesn't make sense. Who knows? But yeah, that kind of sucks for them. But whatever. When John Schwarzenegger, shows up at Dr. Lee Williams' house with the balloons, Corny, I actually got this trivia only for you, okay?
Oh, thank you.
You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
The back of his shirt says, "Let's party." "Let's party" was the tagline to Schwarzenegger's 1985 film, Commando. The fact that there's a Commando reference in this movie makes me like it a little bit more. And also it makes me confused as why the hell is "Let's Party" the tagline for Commando?
Commando. That makes zero sense.
It really does. So
it might as well be butt whistle. Let off some steam, butt whistle. I mean, Bennett.
My gosh.
Let's party? That's never uttered in that movie.
I'm actually on the IMDb page for Commando.
Oh yes.
And I'm looking to see Taglines. Okay, hold on. It always has a tagline. Here we go. Taglines. If there's a mission that no man can survive, then he's the man for the job. And then another tagline was somewhere, somehow, someone's going to pay. So at no point does it say, let's party. So one of two things is happening here. Either A, we have more proof that anyone can edit IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
Or B, someone told someone else something wrong.
Yes.
You know, like Schwarzenegger's like, hey, let's put this on there because it's from Commando. But maybe that's just like an inside joke he had with the producer of that movie, you know?
Well, if they go Commando.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Oh, something just popped into mind.
Uh-oh. Are you looking for the, because I'm actually looking in the quotes for the movie.
I'm wrong.
Oh, you're wrong.
He does say it.
Let's party?
Yes, he does.
Where?
When he's fighting Bennett.
Oh, he says that? Yeah?
Yeah, hold on.
Let's party Commando.
Come on, Bennett, let's party.
Does he say that?
He does. He's holding a knife to his face.
There it is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, hold on. I just played it. Here we go.
Come on, Bennett. Let's party.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then that's when they have a little fight, and then right before he says, let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah, Okay, cool. Anyway, good. I still think it's proof that you can do whatever the hell you want to on IMDb trivia. Because some of the other trivia, and that's all the trivia I put down because a lot of it's really bad.
How bad is it?
How do you spell eraser? I can't spell. Crap.
Error. SER.
Yeah, I'm there. Thanks. No, it's just dumb. It's just real dumb. It's like, well, I'll read you something really dumb. Like, John Milnes did multiple rewrites as a favor to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay. At Tony Two Toes' office, Arnold is referred to as Tree Trunk. Schwarzenegger's nickname is The Oak. Has anyone ever heard that before?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Why don't you bring like a tree and get out of here?
It's leave, you idiot. Leave. You sound like a damn fool when you say it wrong. The movie has a sequel in the form of a video game, an FMV rail shooter with some adventure elements called Eraser. Oh, Eraser Turnabout. Anyway, it's just dumb trivia. It's just not good. Who cares? So I'm done with trivia. Let's cook through the kind of recasting game real quick if we wanted to.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, you change you put The Rock in that. There you go, The Rock.
Yep.
I mean,
well, pretty much any action. I
can also take a Jason Statham.
Okay, sure. Why not? If you want to do that kind of movie, where it's a lot more kung fu-y, a lot more up close action and less gun violence, I can do that. I mean, I know Statham shoots people too, but who else could we do in that? Marky Mark could work.
How about somebody like Robert Redford in what's his name's role? The bad guy,
James Caan role.
You need somebody in James Caan's role that can play the good and bad and not be so obvious.
Well, Redford's a little too old now to be that part because he's still.
But back then he wouldn't have been.
Well, no, that's not the point. The point is now.
Oh, no.
He recast the movie for today.
Oh, and do the new movie? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So who could you get to do that? Who is a good guy now? Oh, you get Mark Strong.
Okay.
The bad guy in every damn movie ever. You know what I'm talking about? He was the bad guy in Stardust. Septimus. Okay. He's the bad guy in Sherlock Holmes. He's the bad guy in... Literally the only movie I've ever seen him where he wasn't the bad guy was in Kingsman, and he was Merlin. In fact, half the movie I kept expecting him to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm like, okay, he's the one that's going to turn because he has all the gadgets. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's the good guy.
But that's a play on his character too, though. It's just in that movie, you're expecting him to turn bad, but he's good the whole way.
Yeah, like that's why they cast him as that. So you can get him to do that. I mean, so what?
Yeah.
He could probably do an American accent. Who's the girl? Who? Who do we want to get? Who attractive girl we want to get to do that?
Rosario Dawson.
I can go for that. She's attractive. If you want to.
She could also do, the action things, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, she can.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of her.
She's too early.
No.
She kicked butt in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with Rachel McAdams in anything.
Yeah, I am. I am too. She's on the list. All right, so Rock, starring The Rock, or any other action guy that does stuff now, except Channing Tatum, not Channing Tatum.
No.
I can't see him in charge of other people's lives.
Let alone the president.
Heck, Gerard Butler would be good at it too.
Yeah, I was trying to think of him. Like, his name wasn't coming to mind.
Mainly just because of the Olympus Has Fallen movies, which, by the way, I've been told London Has Fallen is really good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I want to watch that. All right, cool. That was a fun game.
Cool. All right, yeah. Great.
Soundtrack grade. I just kind of in A for 90s action. I had a little bit of electric guitar solo.
I heard a saxophone at some point.
Yeah, there was a little bit of Lethal Weapon saxophone kind of thing happening.
I really wanted some steel pan. Like, I needed that.
There was a couple of moments where I was like, why do I feel like I'm watching Back to the Future? And then I looked it up and saw that it was the same guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, Alan Silvestri. All right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. And what did we learn? Well, we learned that witness protection is kind of scary. There you go.
It's pretty boring, actually.
Top 3. We decided to do we decided to do witness protection movies where someone witnessed something terrible and the police are there to protect them,
or try to kill them, or
well, hopefully not,
or vice versa.
Yeah, hopefully somebody is trying to protect somebody else. I think is kind of the goal of the game that we're playing. Andrew.
All right. Well, I have My Blue Heaven as number 3.
Never heard of it.
It's actually
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It's Steve Martin and one of his better movies, I think, earlier on before too much of the white hair. Of course, I guess that could have been a wig or dyed. Maybe it was white then.
Right.
But my wife introduced me to this back when we were dating, maybe, and that's a great movie. Right. Number 2, Sister Act.
I like Sister Act.
I like it too.
It's fun.
Yeah. Every chorus teacher shows that to their class.
Yeah.
And then number 1, and this isn't necessarily witness protection, but kind of, The Incredibles.
Right.
That was my
Yeah,
okay.
me too.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. I'm with you there, Andrew. It's not technically witness protection, but it's more like witness relocation or something like that. They're still in hiding.
Right.
But
it's still a good movie.
Because, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably Brad Bird's best movie he's ever done. And I really like Iron Giant, and I also
well paced, and it's just
good. So good. Anyway, Corny.
Yes. Let's see. I'm gonna go with honorable mention to Sister Act. Thank you, Andrew, for saying that. Love me some Whoopi. All right.
Don't we all?
So you got Vanessa Williams and Whoopi. They're just right there.
Yeah. It's because of the no eyebrows thing, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So Lethal Weapon 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
What the hell?
Sorry, that was a yes while yawning. Yeah.
Right. The whole 9 yards.
Is that witness protection?
I saw the list that you saw that on, and I never got that as witness protection.
Okay, so
who?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't he the guy? He's kind of going into hiding.
He's in hiding, and he did rat on his gang, but I guess because there's no police there to protect him.
I I guess
that was kind of my argument. I mean, you could use it. I think the movie's fun as hell. I really like the movie, and I like Matthew Perry and his sight gag physical comedy that he does in the movie. Okay, I'll allow it. Whatever. What do I care? Chad? Oh, sorry. I never captured him saying "I'll allow it," did I? Damn it!
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, long time ago.
Oh.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You keep talking. I will look.
Around the devil.
Around the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my last one, The Family. I watched that.
Yes.
We watched that.
Wait, did we do that for this?
We did it for this. Yep.
Yeah, we did it for that.
Oh.
The kids are the best part of the movie.
Absolutely. And but I really enjoyed that film, and I just love Robert De Niro just trying to adjust and just being a killer all the time. Like, I accidentally killed this guy because he pissed me off.
Right. And the mom blows up the store, and it was a pretty okay movie. It was one of Jean-Luc Besson's better ones.
Yeah.
I still wanted to do the space prison one.
Lockout.
Yeah. We tried to, but anyway.
Your face.
Oh.
Okay.
Sam?
That's it. All
right. I got honorable weapon. I'm sorry, honorable weapon.
I want to see that movie.
Honorable mention goes to The Family. This podcast introduced me to that one. That was a fun one.
I'm sorry. What was that? You said what now?
Honorable mention to The Family.
Oh, The Family. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 2 is number 3. And I got Sister Act, and then my number 1 was Incredibles. So, pretty much what everybody's been saying.
Okay. I have a little bit different on mine, and it's really bugging me because I can't find that audio.
Now, I did have Godfather Part 2 on a list, but I don't remember that being witness protection for some reason. I don't remember part of it. I'm going to have to go back and see it again. But
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I can't find it. Are you sure I did a one for him?
Pretty sure.
For I'll Allow It?
Yeah. Long time ago.
I don't think so.
Maybe you didn't.
I don't think I did. The only ones I have of Chad.
The Devil, it was a different time.
If you've only been joining us in episodes 101, Chad was in the first 100 episodes with us. But
roughly.
Yeah. He recently became a father and is unable to participate in the show anymore, and we miss him.
Sort of.
Yes, we do. Stop it. We miss because the only thing I have for him was...
It was a different time.
And...
I'm everyone.
Ooh.
Wow. For some reason, that one night
for some reason, Darkman decided to start playing. I'm not sure why. Anyway.
All right. How about you, Sean?
So I went a little different. I still have The Incredibles as my number 1.
Okay.
But then I put number 2. I went backwards. Number
Who
2.
does number 2 work for?
Mercury Rising. It's a.
Oh, is that the kid who was really smart? Was that Bruce Willis?
Yeah, it's a Bruce Willis movie, and the kid is autistic and is able to crack the code, that's what it's called, Mercury Rising, because that's what the code is called. And Alec Baldwin is in it as this CIA douchebag, and they're trying to kill the kid because he has cracked the code, and Bruce Willis is there to protect him. And my mom, who has taught special ed for 40 years, uses scenes from that movie to kind of illustrate what autism is going to be like in the school, because that's what she taught was teachers who were going to be, at the college level, right?
Yeah.
People who are going to go teach special ed. And she's like, this is what you can expect. So it's a good movie. I actually think it's actually a really good movie, not just because it's got Bruce Willis in it, but because of the premise. And number 3, which I'm really surprised Corny didn't pick, is Bad Boys. The first one. The first one. The whole point is them protecting Leone because she's a bullet magnet for random gunfire. Because I'm Mike Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry. You sure do have an awful lot of pictures of your partner. Well, we get a picture every time we save each other's life. So he's got a whole wall of me, and I got a whole wall of him. It's a cop thing. Anyway, it's a good movie. I think it's fine. That's it. That's our show, right? That's kind of it. Email. All right, here it is. We do have an email from listener Andrew. He's sent in emails to us several times. I like Andrew. He's a good dude. He also works with me at the university, which is kind of funny.
What's up, Andrew?
Andrew, Sean, you don't have to read this on air. Too late. As the pictures will make it tough, but I wanted to provide some input on the Punisher. This is him being nice of saying, you guys got it wrong. I started listening to the Punisher on my way to work this morning, and I want to let you know some of the things that y'all didn't seem to like in the movie because they are direct, but they were directly out of the comic book. So the Russian, right? So the picture of the Russian is this dude that doesn't even fit in the doorway, and he's wearing a white and red striped wife beater and jeans like that, like the wrestler dude was in the movie. Okay. And I don't know if we particularly had issues with the way he looked, except the fact that he kind of, I mean, the guy himself looks kind of funny. But it was what was happening during the fight scene, right? Because it was the weird music and, right, wasn't that more of it? I don't remember.
He looked out of place is what I thought. He looked too clean in that kind of setting.
He did. He did kind of look like. So then he says, and the apartment people. So he actually, I mean, Andrew went full out, right? He took a picture of the girl, right? The attractive, what's her name?
Tay Leone.
No, not Tay Leone. Mystique. Come on, guys. Help me out here.
Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Right. He took a picture of her and then next to the girl she's portraying from the comic so that we can compare. And okay, there you go. And then you've got weird dude with all the tattoos and the face piercings. And what's up, Smith? Hey, Mr. Smith. He says Dave. Spacer Dave. What? Spacker Dave? Whatever. And then it shows the fat guy who can barely fit in his shirt. Okay. And then it says, and to show that not everything is bad from the comic, it was actually well received when published. Here's something you may recognize from the newest season of Daredevil. And they actually have, there's the comic of where if you've seen season 2, this isn't really spoiling. Oh, I might.
Be careful.
There's a scene where the Punisher and the Daredevil meet.
Yes.
And the Daredevil is on the roof, and he is physically incapacitated by a chain. Is that, okay. I'm going to leave it at that. And everything that scene portrays, it shows here.
Really? Out of the comic?
Right out of the comic. Yes. Like with the tape and the gun and the aiming and the thing.
Cool.
The biggest thing that helped the comic is that it didn't have to establish an origin. It was actually a back to the basic storyline for the Punisher. Oh. Keep up the good work, Andrew. So that gives me back to my grief of giving Corny grief for not being here last week because you would have told us all these things. And I know you were moving, and I actually understand why you weren't here, Corny. I'm not actually mad, but it is funny because the three of us that watched it had no clue about the comic book relevance of the movie, and none of us liked it. That's you know what I'm saying? So that tells me at least the fact that you have to have read the comic book to get the joke. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not.
Well, if we're going there for just a second, I am not okay. Years ago, I would have been a fan of this movie is made for like people with me in mind because I'm going to see that and I'm going to go, the Russian, that's awesome. That's a pretty good Russian. But the problem is that you're not making movies for a handful of people. You're trying to make it for a wide variety, a wide assortment of people. And I think I've been told that our friends at DC might have done the same thing with their movie.
What do you mean? Like you're trying to make it for
Superman, Batman,
Dawn of Justice? That one might have had some issues where they left. Some things might make more sense if you're more familiar with the comics.
Yeah,
you can't do that anymore. And I think Marvel again has done a great job with. You don't have to know these comics to watch these movies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They treat them as individual characters and not legacy characters.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and the thing that I really have liked about the MCU is that they give you all the information you need in the movie. Right? Here's a character. Yeah. This is what he does. This is why he's good or bad. right? You don't need to have read the story. I know nothing of the Red Skull. I didn't know anything about him before I watched the Captain America movie. I see the guy on screen, and then I see that he tried to do the serum, and it screwed up his face. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know all that other stuff. And I didn't have to have read the comic book to get that. Now, Corny read the comic, and so then he has the knowledge of they did that good or they did that bad or good for them or bad for them. But as just the movie guy that I am, it didn't bother me because you gave me the information. And that's the point maybe that we failed to mention last week is that they didn't give us we were not established that there are these other kind of characters in this universe that are called upon to fight the Punisher. They just showed up. Again, it was like a video game. All right, it's time for the next sub-boss to show up. And and they were themed. You've got the big fat Russian guy, and we play weird music, or you've got Johnny Cash is going to try to come kill you. So anyway, so I still contend to my point and our point, Andrew and Sam. I'm defending us.
Yes.
Into saying that though we did not realize that stuff was from the comic book directly. I stand by our criticism of the movie. And again, maybe if Corny, again, I'm seriously not blaming you for not being there, but maybe if you were there, you could have said, oh, well, they did this good and they did that good. And maybe you could have been there to help change our minds to give it better than the 4.7, and 4.1 rating that it received.
Oh, ouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ouch. Actually, I probably would have given it a 6 or 7.
All right.
Because the John Travolta in this movie was so bad.
Yeah, he was.
It just wasn't worth it. But I mean,
his wife was hot. That was,
Oh yeah, I probably watched the Punisher. That Punisher, I own it actually. I've watched it a ton.
No.
And again, John Travolta was so bad, but I really liked what they did. This is a guy who I have to kill the bad guys.
Right.
So.
Yeah, anyway, so thank you, Andrew, for your email. Again, emails are cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. We love to hear them, read them, hold them. I print them out and sleep with them. What? That's weird. Who does that? Not me. So that's it, right? Time for our out of 10. Andrew goes first.
Your clothes, give them to me, now.
From the Terminator. 2.
Yes. Okay, out of 10. I certainly liked it better than The Punisher. Let's go where 6.2.
Okay. I like it. All right, Corny.
I'm going to have to give it an 8.1.
Wow.
Because it's just, if it weren't from the 80s, it should have been.
If it would have been the 80s, those alligators would have looked terrible. It would have been okay. It would have been puppetry.
It would have been okay. I had my explosions. And my
they would have looked like the Big Trouble in Little China meatball people.
Oh, my God.
And I really don't want to give this movie this high rating, but man, it was just a good time.
You mean, why does he keep playing Darkman? What's wrong with you? Okay, there you go. Sorry. If it plays Darkman again, I'm going to be pissed. Anyway, if it's not the line, excuse me, from Darkman, I don't care.
Excuse me.
Sam.
I've got to give it probably a 6.3.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I'll catch it every now and then, but I have to be in a certain mood to watch this one.
All right. That's fair. To me, I'm going to give it like a 7.2. Ooh, Molly.
There she is.
I'm going to give it a 7. Oh, I guess I got to put my name down here. So she's giving it a 7.2. What was I going to say? Grenade shooting screws, or screw shooting grenade launcher.
That was actually a cool little device.
Or drill bit. They look like drill bits. Yeah. So drill bit shooting grenade launcher. That looked like a horrible weapon, and I would not want to go up against that. Yeah. Out of 10, so 7.2. I liked it. It's fun. I I don't have to be in a mood to watch this. I'm actually surprised I don't own it, truth be told. It's just
you did. It was just erased from your memory.
I did own it on VHS at one point when I had my mini VHS movies, but I'd never bought it on DVD. I mean, if it came in like one of those 4-packs at Walmart, where it was like this movie and Commando and True Lies and something else, Predator, I would probably buy it.
Oh, it comes in a 2-pack.
Really?
With something terrible.
Oh.
I just saw it. Hang on, let me see. Oh, wait, I passed it. It comes with Collateral Damage.
Oh, it's not nearly as good. If it came with Commando, I would order that tomorrow. Oh well, that's okay. Next week is Kingpin.
Kingsman?
No. I wish, but no.
Kingpin?
Oh, yeah. An oldie but a goodie.
What is Kingpin? I don't remember know that one.
Really? I have been chastised multiple times for never having seen the movie Kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the bowling movie.
Yeah.
I've seen parts of this.
Yeah, you have the dude, right?
Yeah. Never seen the whole thing, though. I'm kind of excited to watch this.
No, you're thinking of a different one. Kingpin is not...
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, the Big Lebowski. Oh, that's the dude. Yeah. The Kingpin.
No, this one has Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, you're right.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
I'm Pilot, I Fly.
I'm Pilot, I Fly.
That's why I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, Randy Quaid. Vanessa Angel. Are you hot? No.
Back in the day.
Oh, good. Bill Murray. Chris Elliott.
Yeah. This is one of your classic Bill Murray instances.
Okay.
The Tostitos guy is in this. Anyway, cool. Kingpin, 1996. It's the same year. 96's Kingpin is up next week. So be thinking about what your top 3 will be, listener, and you can participate. I still haven't seen the new Superman movie. I kind of want to, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I've already been spoiled as what happens at the end, and well, whatever. I don't know. I'm more excited about the fact that I own the new Star Wars on Blu-ray and I've already watched it twice.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of spoiling the new Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you going to now?
Are you going to spoil it? Okay.
No, I'm not. I was on a trip in Washington D.C. with a busload of high schoolers, and our tour guide, while we're on the bus, which many of my kids wanted to see this movie, and now I don't know that they want to, because he spoiled it right there as he was giving a tour of D.C.
No.
Wow.
Because there's a place in D.C. where he said, this happens here. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So, yeah.
I would have fired him on the spot.
That stinks. Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's our show. Okay, good. No Darkman. So, yeah, feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play. We would love to read those. Again, I'll print those out, too. No, I won't. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com, where you can get all kinds of stuff like previous episodes and our rankings and stuff and silly bios about us and whatever. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. You may follow us on Twitter. Go to Facebook and you can see how Sam and I have a passive-aggressive argument about stupid things that don't matter. Follow us on Twitter at CheapSeatCast, where the hashtag Podern Family is becoming a cool thing to kind of do and hang out with. So there's a lot of other podcasters out there that are just trying to help each other out, which is pretty cool. Also, we are eligible to be nominated for the 2016 Podcast Awards. I'm not saying we have been nominated. I'm saying
or deserve a nomination.
But we are eligible for nomination.
It's kind of like getting a speeding ticket.
Yeah, you're eligible to get one. You just whether you deserve one is a different story. Anyway, we can talk about that more later. I am at Sean J. Allred, at Saniji16, at Johnny Darko16, and at A. Jemison are the guys. Please send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com and call us 704-271-4290. And that's going to do it for us. On behalf of Corny, Andrew, Sam, this is Sean saying thank you for listening and good night.
Oh, yeah, I'm back, bitches.